1,000 days of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. A war that has wreaked havoc on Ukraine. In fact, it has split international opinion on the genesis, origins of the war, put Global South in the very spotlight of any possible peace settlement efforts. The economic costs of this conflict have been felt not just by Europe but by every major economy due to the rising energy costs that it led to. On 24th of February 2022, Europe awoke to its latest conflict, the biggest since the Second World War. It wasn't just a shot fired, the thunder shattered Europe and went on to divide the world. My colleague Arjun Mahendran brings you this report that tells you what really has happened, or rather what all has happened in the Russia-Ukraine war in the last 1,000 days.
With weapons stacked high and storm clouds of war on the horizon, Russian forces crossed Ukraine's borders. The Kremlin's message was simple: we're coming. And on that cold February morning, they did. The world reacted swiftly. Washington called it an unprovoked attack, promising swift sanctions and military aid. NATO reinforced its eastern flank, pledging support to Ukraine. Sanctions hit Russia hard, isolating it globally. As Russia's foreign minister spoke at the UN, about 100 diplomats led by Ukraine walked out in protest. Moscow's justification? A special military operation to protect Russian-speaking people. As bombs fell and cities crumbled, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, with the weight of his nation on his shoulders, gave a heart-wrenching address to the US Congress. "We need you now," he roared, invoking Pearl Harbor and 9/11. The world rallied behind Ukraine, but Russia became a pariah. Then came the shock: Chernobyl and Zaporizhia nuclear sites captured by Russia. The world held its breath, fearing catastrophe, as the fighting closed in on these fragile landmarks. In the east, Donetsk became a battleground with Russian troops capturing large swaths of land. But reality set in. Russian forces struggled in thick mud during winter. Vehicles got stuck, soldiers froze, and casualties mounted. This was no easy war. Moscow was forced to pivot, and Russia's war machine began gaining ground once more. Behind the lines, Yevgeny Prigozhin, leader of the Wagner mercenary group, clashed with Russia's military brass, showing cracks in Putin's regime. Prigozhin's death in a plane crash raised more questions than answers. Desperate, Russia turned to China, Iran and North Korea for arms, while the West tightened its grip. In a final parting gift to Kiev, President Biden allowed Ukraine to use long-range missiles inside Russia. The war escalated to a new, unpredictable phase. Enraged, Putin lowered the nuclear threshold. Ukraine's strikes on Russian soil pushed the conflict from conventional to catastrophic, teetering on the edge of a global powder keg. Meanwhile, US President-elect Donald Trump promises to come and finish this. But can one man really end the war? Or is it just another empty political claim? As the war rages on, lives are torn apart, borders redrawn, and global power dynamics shift. Will the world see peace, or will this conflict leave scars that may never heal?